Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thank you for stopping by. I am your host, Josh Lilquist, and we're happy to have you with us today. I do have my good friend and my good pal, and he is the one and the only Mr. Al Connickson. Mr. Al, how are you doing today?
Feeling chipper today, Josh.
Feeling chipper today.
That's a good thing, by the way.
That's a good thing. Well, is it? Are you eating Chipotle? Because I know the kids are when they say chippers, it's Chipotle.
I do happen to like Chipotle.
Speaking of
I'm just
Chipotle,
speaking of how I feel.
Speaking of Chipotle, have you seen that stock lately? Just surging. I mean, around over $3,000 per share.
Incredible. Well, there's the big stock split coming up too, so a lot of people I think are preparing for that.
That's what happens is they get the split news and they think, oh, they're going to get more, but they actually don't. It offsets each other, which we'll probably not talk about a whole lot here today, but we do a lot in our investing classes that we do here at the Academy. But Trading Academy, locally here in Bloomington, over 26 years teaching you just how to get in the markets if you're brand new as far as stocks, options, futures, forex, or if you're looking to have more consistency if you're a seasoned investor and been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years. That's what we do here at the Academy. Train people just like you how to get in the markets safely and confidently. And we had a great market this week. The overall markets everything was looking really nice. We had S&P 500 showed some good gains over the last couple of weeks, but kind of stalling a little bit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. As far as the market, it didn't do a whole lot. Slowed down. Also, the gold and silver market, you're looking at gold hit another high this week, over $24.50 per ounce, and then Tuesday and Wednesday seen a little drop there, but we have a couple demand zones underneath there that there's a potential that it could continue to go up. But that's what the name of the game is in trading investing, is putting odds and probabilities in your favor. Silver over $30 per ounce as well, actually hitting about $32.50 as well, so great for us silver holders. Bitcoin, that one hit 69 or over 70,000 again this week. Tuesday, Wednesday seen a slight drop, but Monday just surging on Monday. Nice day for Bitcoin. And the dollar continuing to that overall uptrend, coming off a demand zone, going back to the upside, which in essence brings potential selling pressure to the stock market. We haven't quite seen that yet. Is there a lag? Well, let's discuss that here today. Obviously, Al, great moves in the markets. You're seeing great things with some stocks. You have your high flyers like your NVIDIA, that one reaching near all-time highs again. Meta around $470 per share. Just some good moves with stocks, but people are still concerned, but they're still looking for opportunities in the markets. What are you seeing for opportunity in the market right now?
Well, you just talked about all sorts of different assets and how well they have done, which is great for people that are actually in those assets.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the problem: a good portion of the public is not. So we're seeing more of a split between the real wealthy people and those that aren't. And to be honest with you, most of the people that have done really well over the last, maybe 10, 15 years have been in the markets, the financial markets.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing about the markets is people think that it's tough to be successful in the market. But I want to make it's not a quote, but people make money every day in the markets.
Yeah, sure.
But you have to have the skill and the aptitude, but also the proper capital management to do that. And that's why we train. And we have this show to really show people what it's all about.
Well, yeah, and I think one of the problems is Wall Street has done a really good job of educating people on how to be good customers for them. But the cost of some of these things, a lot of people say that they can't be in the market because it's too expensive. Well, there are a lot of assets you could trade where you can do this with a small amount of money, and we talk about those in these classes.
Matter of fact, let's do that. And then second, maybe in the third segment here, talk about those leverage assets that allow people to start with less. So
sure.
Stay tuned for that.
Okay. Yeah, I think here's the important thing to remember, and we try to get this across to people, that if you're not properly educated on how to trade, you're basically guessing and leaving yourself vulnerable to losing to those that know what they're doing. And if there's a group that knows what they're doing that's taking advantage of a group that doesn't know what they're doing, let's move you over to that side with the people that know what they're doing. And the key is, and this is, let's keep it simple, the only thing that really matters as a trader or investor is that you're profitable. You can be right about a company, you can be right about an investment and what should happen, and still be wrong. And it may not be just the right time for that particular trade or investment, but too many people rely on opinions of other people. They rely on the news. They rely on these pundits' opinions that you hear on TV every day, and then they just rely on hope to get them to where they want to go. They hope that they made the right decision. That's not a strategy. And basically, people are disregarding the primary thing that moves markets and moves asset prices, and that's simply institutional order flow. So if that's the case, and you could find where that institutional order flow is on a price chart, it allows you to trade right along with the people that know what they're doing, with the smart money, as opposed to trading against them.
Yeah, I like that, and a lot of people think, sometimes I teach these investing classes that I'll be giving away seats to here in a second here at the Academy, but I'll say, who here wants me to train you how to beat the banks and institutions? And everybody always raises their hand. Well, we can't, right? Unless you got billions and trillions of dollars to move the market, you can't beat them. But what we can do is invest and trade like them, and alongside, you hit the nail on the head with a couple things there. You have to understand, first off, who's moving the markets. It's the institutions. Now we have to understand where are they buying and where they could potentially be selling, and then put proper capital management around that so we can trade with them, not against them. And you hit the nail on the head earlier as well with the right time. When to be into the market, but also when to be out of the market. And that can be with any stock. That can be with NVIDIA, Apple. It can be with Turtle Beach or Tesla. It doesn't matter how good the company is. All what matters is when will it go up and when will it go down, and then for how long. And that's based off a price chart is where you're reading that. We train a skill here at the Academy how to read a price chart. It's essentially a story on how to identify potential supply and demand in the markets, which is buyers and sellers. And then we train a strategy that has risk management built right into it. So you have small risk and high reward. And that's exactly how the institutions do it. So that's how they have longevity in the markets too. So we introduce you to that in these investing classes that we do here at the Academy. And these are classes where we've taught thousands. Just like you are many strategies which are designed to teach you to make smarter investing decisions. So simply just text the word investing right now to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for a free investing class right here in Bloomington. But we're all across the metro. Maple Grove, we're doing classes there a lot in Maple Grove, Edina, Wayzata, really in a neighborhood near you. So text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for a free investing class. Coming up next, stay tuned. We got a lot more to discuss. We're going to get into some other stocks and how they're moving and different opportunities for us as traders and investors. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We will be right back.